Hey guys, it's your favorite bartender bringing you a TSM story time. Let's dish and let's drink, period. This story time is also about several years ago, like my previous story time. If you haven't seen that, you should totally, first of all, check that out and then come back here and continue. This story time is about my first boyfriend ever. Actually, my first kiss ever, slash my first real punishment from my late father that like literally rocked my soul. You know, everyone has that like punishment from their parents that they give them that is special, that literally just like rocks you to your core and tells you that, okay, I can't be messing around. If I mess around, my parents are going to finish me. So I'm going to be making a drink called the Green Lagoon while I share my story. I grew up around boys. Most of my cousins are like older. I was always that girl who was comfortable around boys. So I was a talker pretty much. So he actually thought I wasn't a virgin. He didn't know that was my first time. He was also a pastor's kid. And so we started, just like I'm starting this drink. And he thought, okay, well, we're getting groovy, down to trying to take off my pants. And I was like, oh, skirt, skirt. Sir, this has never happened before. And he was like, nah, you lying. I was like, for real? This has never happened before. He said, but you're always talking so much. Like your mouth is so sharp, you're not scared of anyone, and you've never had sex before. Mind you, at this point, I was like literally shaking. I was like, what's going on? And well, he was a gentleman, and he stopped, and we talked for a while. And he said he wanted to be best friends.
That's a good idea.
P.S. guys, you men should know that consent is sexy. Like if a woman says stop, it is the best thing to do. Stop. Anyways, I find out a few years later that he told his friends that we actually had sex that night. That hurt my feelings. I feel like girls will understand what it feels like when a guy says something that never happened. So that was my first time ever experiencing that. I was heartbroken, but that was a few years later. Anyways, fast forward to the official punishment. Swirl. So because, as I was saying, we had started, making out and we felt like we were a couple. We actually talked about it. I feel like kids these days don't talk about being a couple. They don't actually even address it. It's just, oh, we hooked up once, so we go together. Back then, look at me feeling old. We have to talk about it. Sometimes you get a letter where it says, oh, I like you, I want you to be my girl. Tick left or tick right. And anyways, we had a talk and everything, and we're like, okay, so we go together now. So we went out. I think it was after school hours, and we went out, and he was seeing me to my gate, and we started kissing in front of my gate, and my dad was just coming back from work, and we were making out, and my dad was driving me. So the lights are fully on, so I was in full sight, so I can't even deny that this was happening. Omo Pastor Meji. It was ridiculous. My dad, furious as hell, and he saw us and he was so angry.
Hey!
I don't want to talk about what happened to the boy. My dad had never hit me before in my life. Till he died, he never hit me. He just told me to go to his room and kneel down. So I was in his room terrified. I was like, okay, he has never hit me before, which means my face will probably get bashed in today. Shaking like a crate. My brother was somewhere laughing like, he always did that to me. And my mom came and she was like, what did you do? And I was like, oh, my friend and I were outside talking. She said, shut up. Talking about what? I told you, any friend, and my mom says that to this day, if any man comes to visit you and he cannot enter your house, you shouldn't be talking to that man. To this day, she says that. Anyways, so, furious as hell, I was shaking on my knees. Today, I'm going to beat my maker. I actually said a prayer. I was like, God, if I come, please forgive me for kissing. And, you know, my dad comes in. I thought he was going to like do everything. And he sits down next to me as I was kneeling down. And he just burst into tears. It was ridiculous. I had never seen my dad cry in my life before. And I was just watching him like, why is he crying like that? And he was just like, why would you do this to me? You're so young, and why would you? And he was like, I don't even know, I can't even hit you. Like, where would I even hit you? And I knew, okay, I might get away with this. And he said, you know what? My mom had never cut my hair before. I had like really long hair. He was like, I'm going to cut your hair. That's your punishment. I was so upset. I was like, no, this is not happening. So the next day, I thought he was joking. I couldn't go to sleep. I was terrified because I knew he was serious about cutting my hair, because that was my punishment. Shaking, I was like, you know what? He's not gonna do it. My mom was a beautician. She owned a salon. My mom's like major thing is hair. So I was like, she'll talk him out of it. I went to my mom. I was like, Mom, please. She was like, I'll talk to him. But he's so upset right now, and his decision is final. I was like, okay, but like, just talk to him to change his mind. I'm sorry, I won't go to school. She was like, right, of course you wouldn't want to go to school. And she was just like, you know what? Whatever he says, you have to do, because you really disappointed your dad this time. And he woke me up really early, I remember. I had my hair braided down. He told them to come and loosen my hair. I was like, meanwhile, talking to me about morals and how, you know, I was really starting early, and he didn't appreciate that. He put me in the car. We drove over to the barbering salon, and I got a haircut. Like, he literally sat there with me, held my hand, explained to me why he was doing this to me, why I had to cut my hair, and told me that he loved me. I didn't understand. In my head, my father hated me. I was just like, this man hates me. This cannot be my father. Why? Like, they were cutting my hair. I was just seeing my hair falling. I was like, no! My nose running, my eyes bulging, and he was just there smiling. Like and I got home. I had to do like several sessions with my dad where we were literally just talking about life and reading books. And that's when I started reading a lot of books. I think that's what got me into reading books, because I'm such an avid book reader. And he gave me my first book after we had the talk. And, you know, I miss my dad. So yeah, that's my story time. And this is my green lagoon. Cheers! Hey guys, don't forget to subscribe. Click on the thumbs up if you like this story time and would like to see more story times on this channel. Don't forget to leave a comment, because I want to hear your feedback. And I'll see you soon.